Carlos Alcaraz didn't just start the 2026 season well, he started it with authority. From the first tournament of the year, the message was clear. He is operating on a level very few players can reach, and right now, Jannik Sinner is not consistently one of them. This isn't about talent. Sinner has plenty of it. Clean ball striking, elite timing, and one of the best backhands in the game. But tennis at the very top isn't only about hitting clean balls. It's about surviving chaos. It's about solving problems when plan A stops working. That's where the gap between Alcaraz and Sinner becomes visible. Alcaraz's 2026 start has been explosive. Physically sharp, tactically flexible, and mentally aggressive, he has imposed himself on matches instead of reacting to them. He dictates rhythm. He changes patterns mid-rally. He forces opponents to defend uncomfortable positions again and again. Against him, rallies don't settle. That's exactly the environment where Sinner struggles most. When you look at their head-to-head history, especially in finals, the pattern is hard to ignore. In matches that go long, in matches that turn physical, in matches that require constant adjustment, Alcaraz usually comes out on top. Sinner often starts well, sometimes even better. But when the match stretches into 4 or 5 sets, the balance shifts. 5-set matches tell the real story. Sinner has lost a significant number of the 5-set matches he's played at the highest level. When pressure builds and fatigue sets in, his game becomes more linear. The ball speed stays high, but the variation drops. The risk tolerance narrows. He hits flatter, safer, and hopes the opponent misses. Against average players, that can be enough. Against players like Alcaraz, Djokovic, or even Dimitrov, it isn't. Those players don't miss just because the ball comes fast. They absorb pace, redirect it, and then force Sinner to play shots he doesn't like. Short balls, awkward angles, sudden net approaches, and changes of tempo. Alcaraz is the best in the world at doing exactly that. He doesn't just play fast, he plays unpredictable. One rally is heavy topspin. The next is a drop shot. The next is a sudden acceleration down the line. He pulls opponents forward, pushes them back, and never lets them lock into a rhythm. Sinner, by contrast, is most dangerous when the rhythm stays constant. That's why he looks unbeatable on his best days and vulnerable on his worst. When opponents let him settle, he dominates. When they disrupt him, he has fewer answers than the very top tier. This is also why Djokovic has been such a difficult matchup for him. Djokovic doesn't overpower Sinner, he outlasts him. He extends rallies, he tests patience, he forces extra shots. And when the match goes deep, Djokovic's decision-making stays sharp while Sinner's margins shrink. Dimitrov presents a different version of the same problem. Variation, slices, changes in height, and pace. Again, Sinner is pushed out of his comfort zone. Alcaraz combines all of that, plus physical superiority. He can play fast, he can play slow, he can defend like a wall and then attack in one movement. In 5-set matches, that versatility becomes decisive. Alcaraz doesn't need to win every rally the same way, he just needs to win them differently. Sinner hasn't shown that range consistently yet. That doesn't mean he can't improve, but right now, the gap is real. Another factor is emotional momentum. In big finals against Alcaraz, Sinner often looks tight once the match turns. Not panicked, but cautious. Alcaraz, on the other hand, becomes more aggressive. He embraces the chaos. He raises his intensity when the pressure peaks. That's a mental edge, not just a tactical one. Alcaraz also recovers better inside matches. Losing a set doesn't change his belief. Losing 2 sets doesn't break his plan. Sinner, when things slip, often tries to play cleaner instead of braver. At the top level, cleaner isn't always enough. So the question isn't whether Sinner is elite. He is. The question is whether he can reach that level, the level where you win ugly, survive 5-set wars, and beat players who refuse to let you play your preferred game. Alcaraz has proven he can do that. He has beaten Djokovic in finals. He has won 5-set matches against elite opponents. He has survived physical breakdowns, pressure moments, and tactical traps. and still found a way. Sinner hasn't done that consistently yet. Until he does, the hierarchy is clear. Carlos Alcaraz isn't just ahead of Jannik Sinner in titles or highlights, he's ahead in adaptability, resilience, and problem solving. And in modern men's tennis, those traits separate great players from dominant ones. Sinner can still close the gap. But as 2026 begins, the reality is simple. Carlos Alcaraz is setting the standard. That's it for today. Who do you think is the best player right now? Read you in the comments. If you liked the video, subscribe for more. See you in the next one.